Hello, everybody.
And that's the show. Good night.
See you later, April Fools. Show's over.
Hi.
Everyone has now tuned out. We are off the air. All right. But this is Not a Clue Podcast. Thank you guys so much. It's April Fool's Day. My name's Brad.
I'm not.
That's CD.
And I'm the intern.
And that's the intern.
Intern Kenneth.
There he is, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. You're listening here at Spreaker.com/show/Not-a-Clue-Podcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/Not-a-Clue-Podcast. Find us on that Twitter thingy at Not-a-Clue-Pod. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. First name of the channel is Not a Clue, all one word. Second is podcast. And we're on Instagram at Not a Clue Podcast. I actually posted something today on there, so yeah, I know. Got us active.
I don't have an Insta, so don't say
That's fine. That's fine.
or a Twittagra.
Me neither. I got one of those.
You have the Book of Face.
I have the Book of Face.
You do.
And I share.
I know. I saw. Actually, you shared one from a couple weeks ago.
Did I?
Yeah, you shared the wrong one.
My bad.
That's all right. The same time was on it. It was just different topics. No big deal. But again, thank you guys so much. How was it?
It's my April Fool's for today.
I see what you now did there.
Great
He's
planning on my part.
Violently shaking his head no for the record, everybody.
Okay.
Meh. So how was your guys' draft, by the way? I meant to ask you about this.
Oh, I never got to post it online.
I know, and that's why I kind of wanted to ask.
I got working, and I went back to work this week, so I literally got busy.
I knew that was coming.
I got really busy, and I spaced on it. Brutal honesty.
How did it go?
Which one?
The one that we were.
You
The
guys
one that
had to
we
get
were
for the
at.
show for.
We didn't have to. He did.
Yeah, well, we all know why.
It wasn't me. I was like, let's do it, bitch.
Do it live.
I am happy with some of my players, and then the rest of my team. I think I'm going to be. This is going to be the first year I'm not making the playoffs in this league. That's how I think.
I always assume I have a great draft.
I know. On my way over, I was like, I'm not asking him how to draft was first thing on the show. And then I was like, CD's answer is he's got the best team available.
I do. I don't think I have the best team. I think I have the most complete team. I drafted this year not on who was the best available,
But what you needed more.
on what stats or what counting stats were available best.
What I did was this year, if you noticed, I wasn't getting like the next. Well, for the first couple rounds, I was because
I did.
You know, when you have Arenado and Machado and Votto and those guys sitting there, it's like it's tough to say no to those players when they're the next couple that are
I
there.
did a couple times.
But you saw what Jeremy did. He went Betts instead of Trout with the
Yeah,
first pick.
which I would have done that.
Well, I called it like when it was just I think it was just Dawkins and me in the room talking. I guarantee you Killer's gonna go Betts. He goes, no, he won't. And then that's why I went called it like giant lettering.
That's what I would have done.
That's not a bad pick.
I still ended up taking Lindor, like I said I was.
Yeah. Well, because of him slipping because of the injury, he actually pre-position
round.
went from 5th to like.
I got him in the second round.
Yeah, I was gonna say bottom second round.
And then I got Goldie in the third. He's already got me 4+ home runs.
Well, you had 3 in the one game. Well, my team. Here, do you want to list off your team, or do you want me? I can list it off because I can get it off of here. I'm on the website right now.
The site of the web.
Ooh, fancy.
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead. List yours first.
Gary Sanchez, Paul Goldschmidt, Matt Carpenter, Justin Turner, hold on, Joey Wendell. I picked him up because somebody was hurt. No more Mazara, Ender and Sardi,
There you go.
Corey Dickerson. Who's this?
I don't know who that
Danny
is.
Jensen. I just needed another backup catcher.
Yeah.
Trey Turner, who was my first pick. Shohei Ohtani, who I picked up off the waiver
Oh,
wire.
Trey Turner was one of those picks. He was like 3 or 4 down, and you jumped. Yeah, that's not a. He's going to get you 25 home runs, and he's going to steal you a shitload of bases.
He's
And-
already got 6
I
steals.
was going to say, and he's going to hit around 300. So I mean, that's a solid.
I
And
got
he's going to score runs in that lineup.
Aaron Hicks, Francisco Lindor, John Lester, Zach Godley, Carlos Carrasco, Wade Davis, Will Smith, David Price, Greg Holland,
Will Smith.
Masahiro Tanaka,
Tanaka?
Calvin, Kenny Gausman, and Rich Hill.
Tanaka!
Tatanka?
And like I said, I picked up Ohtani on the waiver wire, and just to stash him until he comes back in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. I got a 5th round pick for nothing.
Here, I'll list off my team really quick. I like your team. I really think you have a good team. Like, my lineup, my starting lineup's a really good starting lineup. But then, when I get to my pitching, I feel, I said I didn't want to watch this. The reliever just let up a home run, and so now I can't get the win.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, there goes a win for me. But I like Wilson Contreras, very good catcher. I like him. Joey Votto.
Let's go Sox! White Sox, by the way.
Rougned Odor, Nolan Arenado, Manny Machado, Charlie Blackmon. Eloy Jimenez, I liked that pick because I got him later.
He started today, didn't he?
He started every game. He's played every game. He initially wasn't going to, so I picked up somebody off the waiver wire, and then all of a sudden it was announced, oh no, he's going to start on opening day. So the day before opening day, it was Markakis I picked up.
I kept trying to pick up Tatis.
So did I, and then somebody else got him.
Well, I put a claim in for him. I was like, fuck him.
Oh, I put a claim in for him. I have Domingo Santana, who was hitting the ball very well already. Travis Shaw, Billy Hamilton. Oh, now I'm in my backups. Billy Hamilton, Tim Anderson, Luke Voigt, and Max Kepler.
With deep.
Yeah, I know. I had him on my bench that first game because I had Joey Votto and Travis Shaw. And I'm like, Travis Shaw's guaranteed 30 every year, and Joey Votto's Joey friggin' Votto.
I've had Joey Votto every year except this year.
So, do you want to trade for him?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I had a chance to draft him twice.
Wait, is it Brendan Cooks?
Listen, I didn't trade Brendan Cooks last year.
I know.
And then
I didn't get him.
my pitching staff, I actually don't have an ace on the team, which is usually I go for one. I went for middle.
Carlos Carrasco's my ace.
Patrick Corbin and Clevenger are my two aces. And Clevenger did very well. 12 strikeouts in 7 innings. He walked 3, but only let up 1 hit. He had the win lined up, and then the reliever just butchered it. I have Rick Porcello, Yusuke Kikuchi.
God bless you.
He's going to be pretty good. John Gray, he gets a lot of strikeouts, but he can be wild. And same with Freddie Peralta for Milwaukee. He's a young kid that I had high hopes for, and he struck out like 7 guys in 3 innings, but he also let up like 5 runs. So
he struck out 12 and walked 8.
No, he walked 1, I think. Oh, I also have Roberto Ozuna and Ken Giles as my relievers.
I didn't really worry about relievers. I picked up 2 of my relievers off the waiver wire.
I was going to say, I picked up I wanted Ozuna because he's on Houston and Houston gets wins, so I like that's a solid one. And then after I picked Ozuna, every other like big time reliever left, and I'm like, who's available that can at least give me something? And I didn't notice this when he changed the thing. Holds now count this year, and I was like, fuck, I didn't notice that.
Me neither.
But
relief wins and relief losses count too.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like that sucks.
Yeah, Dawkins.
Yeah, I mean, I like how he does different things, but this year I don't like the whole.
I was gonna say, I feel like if you're gonna do that, you should at least send like an email out.
Oh, it lets us know.
I know.
I get tired of fucking looking at things.
And that's what I mean. I think an email should be sent saying what the changes were.
Yeah,
that's me personally.
I'm not sending an email when I change shit this year, bitch. Just,
no, I'm gonna
just to piss you off.
You know what?
Just to piss on you.
I'm okay with it because you know why? I'm gonna draft the All-Stars again.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I didn't do that this year.
No, you just drafted a horrible team.
No, I had a pretty good team.
No, you did.
Yeah, I did.
What place you coming?
3rd.
If you ain't first,
I'm 3rd.
You right.
You're not first. I was 3rd. That's a reputable answer.
I didn't know what place he came in. I lost in the championship game.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I'm actually going to be posting our page on a new group that Dan from Dan D'Antoni introduced me to. So we might get maybe a couple new listeners from it.
Nice.
Wow.
I just drank a whole large Dr. Pepper from McDonald's. There's a lot of carbonation in that.
There. I put the show is live. Come listen.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Why is it going? There we go. Your post
start?
has been submitted and pending approval.
June 8th? Is that the first Saturday?
June 8th. That's Gabrielle's birthday.
Nope, we won't be there.
It's on the road.
So we definitely won't be there. Actually,
the...
I have to give a shout out to Cody because he broadcasted from ESW Wrestling, and I actually watched the event on Twitch. And he got 2 of my favorite wrestlers were actually wrestling at the card. the Lucha Brothers were there.
Yeah.
He did. I chit-chatted with him when he was drinking afterwards. I was at work and I was doing my cleaning, and I sent him a message going, "Hey, good job at the show. You did a great job." He was the Jim Ross of the...
Did he plug our show?
No, he can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he really can't.
He can slip it in. He can say,
Not a Clue Podcast.
Well, he doesn't have to say not a podcast. So we're going to ask him a question. He goes, not a clue.
Podcast. And then randomly say it. But
Does he slip in the Tigers?
No.
Fired.
No, it's all wrestling related stuff. Like he couldn't even say, because one of the Lucha Brothers and MJF are signed to like real federations. They're signed to AEW, which is going to be the WCW.
Listen, we talk wrestling. He can plug us.
And WrestleMania's this weekend. We technically could talk about that if we wanted to.
If you say so.
We did last year, remember? When Cody was on the show.
I do not.
It was the weekend before WrestleMania.
We win.
What's that?
Because I got like 90% of my picks right.
You did. You actually got a lot of them right.
I only do like 3 names.
Yeah,
It's because he was part of their scripting.
That's what I do in my free time.
That's how CD makes all that big buck.
There you go. All right, but I don't have a lot written down today because I figured it was April Fool's Day. We're going to have a shorter show today. So let's. I want to talk about the March Madness. So who honestly saw that Final Four coming that we're now going to be talking about? Well, I can honestly say that nobody in this room did.
No.
I did. I just didn't want to make it seem like I was cheating, so I didn't pick it.
Oh, okay, all right.
And I was looking at some ridiculous stat. They said 0.4% of all the brackets
Has this? Yeah.
had ESPN. All the ESPN brackets over 17 million. It's like 300,000.
No, it's only 7,000. It's 7,000 something or other total.
Well, maybe it was 300,000 total for all the brackets in the world.
Yeah, it might be between like that and like Bleacher
It's
and
like, that's crazy.
Yahoo and all those ones.
Yeah, no, it's...
Yahoo!
So, anybody? Are we all crying?
I got Virginia.
Are we all crying technically because our teams didn't make it? Like our actual rooting interest teams, not who we picked.
I'm a Virginia fan.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, since when?
Since North Carolina got knocked out.
That sounds about right.
I was going to say, do believe on this show we have it on record about the North Carolina Duke rivalry that we have.
What North Carolina Duke rivalry?
Duke Johnson wants a trade.
Yes, he does. So, let's get to a question here really quick. Every bracket in our league is basically done. You don't have Virginia winning this round. So
nobody.
Yeah, nobody can get more points.
Went through, yeah.
Nobody can get any more points.
Jeremy tied for 1.
But I win the tiebreakers. I have 3 more correct.
And I am 3. I am 3.
Yeah, the intern was 3rd. So
if Duke would have made it to the championship, though, I would have moved up.
Yeah, it's, Jeremy would have too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Jeremy would have took the 1 spot. I might have moved into that too.
Yeah, and Jason would have moved up too. Because he had Villanova going against him, though.
Yeah, but it was...
Yeah. Who the hell is BBDDT?
What?
Huh?
Danny 1990.
BB. That's one of the Dans off of Dan D'Antoni.
Did you see who? He really didn't give a fuck, did he?
No. No, he randomly was doing... I heard him on the show. He was doing he was literally randomly doing picks.
Like flipping a coin, just...
Yeah, he said right on the show, he goes, I am doing... like 30 different ones. He goes, whatever one I go for, he goes, I'm going to be joining, he said he was joining ours, and he said that he was going to, he goes, I'm going to try to win
based off
of different things.
Random.
Like he had Virginia out in one of them in the first round, which almost happened again, so he had, like, in one of them, he goes, I had all the 15 seeds winning, like He pretty much was just throwing shit at the wall to see if it stuck.
Playing a numbers game. You're going to use it for next year's. Which
will
mean absolutely nothing because they're just numbers given to teams.
So, I win again. That's 2 out of the 3 years. And you won last year.
You don't win.
Oh, I did win.
You tied for winning.
I had 3 more correct.
It didn't differentiate.
He had 3 more important ones correct.
I had 3 overall. That's all that matters.
You got the most correct.
Yes, so I win the tiebreaker. Victory!
I will not concede that.
2 out of 3. Yeah, but you won last year.
I did.
Yeah, you did.
Did I win last year?
Yeah, I won the first year. You won last year, and I won this year.
No, you didn't win. You tied this year.
I'm not gonna lie. This year, I was worried at the start of mine. I was like, man, a lot of the teams I had, and then I was like, well, I only had them winning one game, and then losing subsequently in the next game, and then I was doing well. I was like, oh, my Final Four might actually come together. And then,
Yep.
oh, there it goes.
Yeah, all mine started dropping like flies. I was like,
Like
oh.
this week, I was like, fuck it.
I know. Michigan lost. I was like, damn it.
Yep.
North Carolina lost. Damn it.
Duke lost. Fuck. There went mine.
I was gonna say I
know. I was excited as fuck. I thought they were gonna. I was praying they were gonna lose to UCF. Sorry, Brad.
Yeah.
That's all right. Like 2
Dude,
in
he
a row.
played them.
2 in a row they could have
Oh.
lost. Last second shots.
They should have lost to UCF.
They
They
freaking-
played.
They
UCF
had
played
they had
really
2
well.
straight games of rim jobs. That
I'm okay with a rim
I mean,
job.
I'll take a win anyway. I don't care if my team wins by 1 or 100.
I'll take a rim
It's a
job.
win- Well, I take.
That McDonald's working fast.
Wow. My God, you actually peaked in the red.
Thank God they're not a corporate sponsor.
My God.
McDonald's passing through you quicker than you can eat it.
He's shitting it.
Makes shit and fun.
Lions have signed C.J. Anderson. Breaking news.
Okay, CJ getting more work.
Well, he felt offended by the Rams. They lowballed an offer and then didn't offer anything else.
Fuck 'em.
That's legitimately all they did.
Listen,
I can see them
you
doing
should
that.
draft them in the first round.
Who, CJ?
Give me my Mel Kiper. You should draft them in the first round.
No.
No, Cover doesn't do fantasy.
I would say they
Matthew Berry is who
I'm
you're.
telling you Mel Kiper because he's always fucking up. Listen, you're talking to a person that's been in the finals 2 straight years. I know what I'm talking about.
No.
All right. Next year around this time, I'm going to tell you should have drafted C.J. Anderson when you rushed us for 1,213.
Alright.
All right, so back to
I'm changing up my draft strategy.
reality.
Say, fuck running backs.
You going to draft the good players this time?
No, I'm going to say fuck running backs.
Wow, he's got 9 quarterbacks. Ding 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 ding.
7 tight ends.
4
He's
kickers.
going to take Khalil Mack.
I'm going to take Gronkowski. I'm going to take Favre.
Tebow.
Yeah, of course.
Nice.
I mean, how
Shut up, let's get back to the
pass on
show.
Tebow?
Yeah, we don't have as much time tonight to BS. Damn it.
We always have time.
So yeah, the only Final Four one I have is Virginia as well, but I had them losing to Carolina. So.
I had them losing.
But
to Carolina.
so let's go through these matchups here. Michigan State versus Texas Tech.
I think it's going to be a good matchup, honestly.
Texas Tech's defense is I have no idea what the hell is going on. They
The moment they hit the tournament, like their conference tournament, their defense was.
well, their efficiency rating on defense is one of the top, but
Their offense came around, is what it was.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
shot a very high percentage during their tournament, which helped them out. And if they continue to shoot a high percentage, then they will do well.
Let's look at just to see how these teams got there. Michigan State beat Bradley 76-65. Then they beat Minnesota 70-50.
Minnesota.
Michigan State over LSU 80-63, and their one tough game was against Duke 68-67. Texas Tech, I gotta find where they started. Texas Tech beat Northern Kentucky 72-57. Then they beat Buffalo 78-58. Then they walloped. I thought Michigan was only gonna get like 9 points total. Like that's how bad Michigan played.
That first half was.
Oh, brutal. At 60, I got an update on my phone. I was at work and I saw the score and I go,
No.
I go that much. I go, oh, that much time left in the first half. I'm thinking, no, that was in the game. There was like 18 minutes left or 13 minutes left, and they had 20 points total at the time. And the final score in that game ended up being 63-44.
Listen, I had Michigan going to the championship game, so I don't.
So did I.
I
We had the same title.
I don't
game.
even feel like talking about this shit no more because apparently I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
I had Michigan losing to Duke, honestly. So
I'm a Duke fan, and I had North Carolina winning it all. So.
I had North Carolina beating Duke in the championship game, but I had Duke making it there despite their lack of shooting, which is not a good thing.
So, who do you have winning this game coming up? The Michigan State, Texas Tech game, CD.
Apparently I don't know much college basketball this year because my Final Four was gone by the Sweet 16, damn near.
Everybody's was for the most part. If you think about it.
I don't know, Michigan State. I like Izzo as a coach.
Well, that's where they have. That's their one big advantage.
Yeah.
The coaching. Like it's, yeah. Like players will get you far enough, but there's also
Players
that coach.
Play.
And also depth.
Who do you have in this game?
I'm actually going Texas Tech.
Oh, you're going with Tech. All right.
I think
Their defense.
I'm a big proprietor of defense when it comes to.
He's a big proprietor of that D.
Yeah, I am.
He loves the D.
I push that D.
He loves the D.
Push it hard.
Push
Real
it real.
hard.
Oh, cut it off.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I got Texas Tech defense, and I'm thinking they're going to maintain this hot streak on offense and shoot a high percentage as well.
I'm gonna say Michigan State's gonna win. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go Michigan State again because the Izzo factor I think is gonna.
H to the Izzo.
If it's a tight game, yes. But I think it's going to be a little more.
Well, Michigan State has a decent defense where they're gonna.
Yeah, I think that.
I think
it'll
they'll
be,
stymie the offense that Texas Tech will bring, and it'll. I mean, you could be looking at a 51-48 game. Honestly,
I see it being low scoring. I do.
can you imagine? What do you think the ratings will be like for this?
For that game,
They'll be high.
They'll be good.
The Final Four.
Yeah, but you gotta think every year that there's been
It's a-
teams that are lower seeded, those are the lowest rated ones.
But-
like when
But that's the thing is this game right here is going to draw a lot of bets, so people are going to be watching it.
this is going to be a prop heavy.
It's going to say it's a 2-3 playing each other. You're going to get a lot of bets in this.
Oh, well,
Like this is a tighter matchup than the opposite
this is going to be one of
sides.
those ones. How many turnovers forced? Like heavy bet game. How many points per half thing
Yeah.
for? Will Texas Tech allow Michigan State to score? Blah blah blah.
Somebody I work with, significant other, blew over $400 the first week on bets. The first week of the tournament.
Oh Lord! good for them.
Sounds nice.
I don't have that kind of money to blow.
Nah, he's a CO.
Oh look, yeah, they have that. Yeah. Jesus. The other game is Auburn, who was shockingly playing so well, and Virginia, who honestly they'll nickel. That's another team that'll nickel and dime. Their defense and then their offense nickels and dimes. They're not overwhelming with
when
offense,
their offense struggles, though, they lose games.
but that's how their defense keeps them there. Unlike Duke, if they struggle with their shooting, their defense is good, but it won't keep them in as many games.
No, they relied on Zion way too much, honestly.
Did you see the stat when it came to the final shots during the season? For the final shot, it was R.J. Barrett who took. It was 0 for 10. It was 0 for 10, and Jones was 0 for 1. Zion 0 for 1. Like they didn't. When it came down to it,
Yeah. Well,
it showed who they really relied
he's
on.
Who's the alpha?
shooter?
Well, I was going to say if you're going to go outside shot, especially, well, it's not Zion.
No.
Zion could do it. He proved it in the tournament.
No.
He shot a lot better. Like Duke shot better in the tournament than they did all
But-
season. They really did.
But they're not a shooting team. They were not built for shooting.
They're mid-range and in.
They were attack the basket, honestly, is what
Yeah.
they were. But
And teams were look at UCF.
Zones.
Look at UCF.
Zones.
UCF kept them.
Syracuse gave them trouble, beat them. 2-3 zone. UCF, what'd they do? 2-3 zone with a 7-6 guy in the center, which is going to stymie a lot of people from driving, which is what you need to do, drive and kick on a 2-3 zone. And that's where Duke was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, because they couldn't their wider bodies couldn't go through Taco as
No.
often. Like
I
they
mean, they got him in foul trouble early, and then he lasted a little bit better in the second half than he did in the first half. But still, it helped them to weather the storm when he was in the game. Because, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Got to jump over the 7-6 guy.
What? You're supposed to do that?
Vince Carter will tell you. North Carolina alumni, by the way. Got to jump over the 7-6 guy.
You know what? His career started really in the NBA. And, like his college stuff didn't really.
Did you watch him in
matter.
college, man?
Yeah, I did.
It was
Hold on for a
showtime.
second. Did you see this Bryce Harper story
Which one?
about him going back to the Nationals?
Oh, coming like when he plays?
No, when he played, he said he He thought he was going to re-sign with the Nationals, but the contract, it was smaller, but it was okay for him. But he said it deferred money until 2072.
Deferred money?
It had so much deferrals in it, it paid out until 2072.
Oh my God, Bobby Bowe ain't got nothing on that. Holy shit. Bobby Bowe is still going to be getting paid after that Harper deal is
That
done,
shit was
too.
hilarious.
That's also the funny part about that. Like his 13-year contract now, Bobby Bowe's still getting paid after that contract.
College basketball?
Yes.
Are we getting to that other matchup now? The Auburn and Virginia? That's where we were left
Yes,
off.
yes.
You know, we got to make our picks on
That
that.
shit was hilarious.
Who do you have in the Virginia-Auburn
Oh,
game? Oh, wait, I got to say how they got there.
I'd already told you I got Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Virginia's my team.
Yeah, I can honestly say I got Virginia taking it too.
I'm
Over
DMC,
Auburn.
baby.
I have Virginia taking it. But let's how they got there. Virginia beat Gardner-Webb 71-56. They beat Oklahoma 63-51. They beat Oregon 53-49. They beat Purdue 80-75. So that was how they got there. Auburn.
Don't forget to say that 80-75 was an overtime game because that's high scoring for them.
It doesn't list it here. I can't.
I know, but it was because
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
high scoring for them.
Auburn squeaked by New Mexico State 78-77. They beat Kansas 85-75. They beat North Carolina 97-80. I can't believe they almost put up a hundo.
Stop laughing.
They almost put up 100.
It wasn't even that close, neither.
No, it really wasn't. And then they beat Kentucky 77-71, which that was a good game. So that's how they got there. I had Virginia. So Virginia versus Michigan State next Monday when we do the show. That it'll be starting just afterwards. So do you want to wait to do the predictions then, or do you want to do it now?
I mean, you both picked Michigan State. I didn't. I picked Texas Tech.
Well, do you want to? I'm asking, do you guys want to wait to do the championship next week? Because technically after
I mean,
our show...
technically it makes sense because we don't know who's playing in it yet.
Alright, fair enough.
Technically technical.
I'm technical.
I'm hungry.
I am too.
I'm Keith.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, sorry, I'm intern Kenneth.
That's right, damn it. God.
I'm not a character. Bad Keith. Bad Kenneth. Better.
Better. Yes, better. So, question about...
You alright?
Something's my eye.
He's crying.
Because
So, here's a question I have, especially for you guys, because you guys look at it not from the view that I look at this as, being a Duke fan.
Fuck Duke.
Was well then I already have his answer. Was Duke's season technically a complete failure since the highly touted freshman group didn't even make it to the Final Four?
Every team's going to be a failure except for the one team that won it all.
But specifically them, like this is supposed to be like people are
No.
saying generational this,
No.
this, that, and the other thing. But yet when you look at a banner for Final Four,
No.
even appearances, they're not even on it.
no. Lack of experience. I don't care how great of a freshman you
I
are.
have no fucking lack of experience. It's fucking basketball.
I know.
You don't need a fucking basketball. You don't need experience to play basketball.
Well, technically, experience helps a little bit.
No, it doesn't.
I
don't see how
mean,
it
you
does.
got a great coach.
No, I meant in other ways, not like for.
That's stupid. That's such a asinine thing. Well, this team's more experienced. It doesn't fucking matter. You can put a team out there that's been together for 10 years. If they suck, they suck.
Oh yeah.
If they're good, they're good.
No,
Experience has-
I can agree with
it's
that.
not a mitigating factor.
I think it can be.
How? Experience isn't going to make me shoot better.
No.
It's not going to make me jump higher.
No.
It's not going to make me rebound better.
No.
It's not going to make me dive for it.
No. But it's gonna. There's chemistry. Knowing where your teammate is going to be.
In college ball, chemistry won't matter a terrible amount due to the fact that the most you're together is 4 years. In the NBA, you can get 8-year contracts for a lot of these guys. You're starting like 3 or 4 of your core guys for the most part will be around at least 6-7 years ish or more,
I still
depending on what team you're
I
on.
still
Like,
think it plays because I play better basketball.
Can I ask you a question then? Why was chemistry or experience not a factor during the regular season then?
It was.
No one said anything about their chemistry or their lack of continuity. It was always they can't shoot.
Nice word, by the way.
You got it. it was always they can't shoot. No one said, well, they haven't played together long enough. They were the favorite to win it. Their lack of playing together didn't come into.
I think it's a deciding factor.
To be honest, being like I watched almost every Duke game because they were always on TV.
I did. No, I watched a bunch of
I was also home for the majority of this, so the
touche.
They played the same way the whole season. So technically they didn't vary any. Like usually, if you had some like the experience factor to go on with that, they would have
adapted.
Well, you don't. Well, technically, you don't have to adapt if you don't need to.
Well, no,
their style was their style.
Shoot.
Coach K, every year, Coach K knows his players and he knows what is probably better for them. This year, he changed his style a little bit because he knew, okay, I have these 3 guys. This is what they do. So guess what? I'm going to tailor it to them.
These giants that need to go to the basket and attack but I don't think it was a failure of a season.
Of course it was.
Well, it's always a failure of a season when you don't walk away with the ship.
That's team, that's my
I know, and especially when you're a team like that. Like we're not gonna sit here and say, oh, Gardner Webb thought title every year. No, they realistically are like, shit. If we make the tournament, publicity. We need it. We need it to try to build the program. A team like Duke, North Carolina.
You can have a good failure. It's still a failure, but it's a good failure. And every team except for the last 4 teams, it's a failure.
But I was saying it's like there's a difference between that version and then like that. Like I'm trying to
quantify it.
Yeah.
And I don't see Duke losing any clout because of it. So
Duke, no. It's just like North Carolina, Kentucky. All those teams won't lose the clout.
The players aren't going to lose their clout.
Yeah, no,
the draft.
I mean, the only way they would have is if literally they were like 0 for 29 in the entire tournament.
It wouldn't matter.
And shit their pants on the floor.
It wouldn't matter because look, Michael Porter still went in the fucking lottery.
Yeah, but Michael Porter also was hurt for most of it, so you didn't get to see him.
Exactly.
But if suddenly on the big quote unquote big stage, as I'm actually doing the
all right, look at fucking Ben Simmons then.
Sat out.
He couldn't even get his team to the tournament. He still fucking went high in the draft. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Not with basketball players as much as I think in other sports it matters.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, in football it really...
Football, I mean...
In football, suddenly when you're playing...
There's a lot of boom or bust, so your draft position you get that big stage, it's going to bump your draft position. People are seeing more tape on you.
I look at it this way. Every sport, when you're going from however you're drafting or however you come out from college, high school, because, baseball does it that way too. Boom or bust is... You have to. That's where you're scouting. That's where this comes through. That's where the inner workings of teams come into play. It's the same with college because they're scouting all these kids in high school and some of them in junior high, all to the AAU shit and everything. So, that's more or less where teams get built nowadays, especially. I'm not wrong.
I hate scouting,
but it is part of the game, though. You have to admit that.
It's still stupid because you have.
Trust me, I would love to get.
You don't have the same people around you that you're going to have.
You have somebody looking at something, telling someone else. That
It's always differentiating opinions.
I hate scouting. It's stupid. Just look at game tape. Look at the game. You can tell it. You can
give it the eye test.
But the thing is, though, you can have the coaches who want these players on the team. You could literally let's take the biggest name coaches: Calipari, Boeheim, Roy Williams, Krzyzewski. We'll just.
Fuck, what's Boeheim in there?
Because he has 1,000 wins as well.
Because he's been there 4,000 years.
Well, yeah. But his team's every year but one pretty much has made the tournament. I'm not.
He's not. I don't think he's.
But anyway, we'll take him out. We'll put Jim Calhoun in from years ago.
Hopes that his defense can hold up.
Izzo. We'll put Izzo in there because Izzo's always here. You put those guys in there, 9 times out of 10, they're all going to have a different opinion as well. It's all opinion based.
It's based on their system, which you.
Well, then they'll also look at it in the prism of that as well.
I think basketball is easier to scout than other sports.
Yes, I agree.
What do you think the hardest sport to scout is?
Baseball.
That's what I was going to say too. Baseball's so hard.
Baseball's the hardest.
There's so many
sport to play. Period.
Well, with football, it's their one side of the ball 99% of the time. Baseball, you have to look at their fielding, their pitching, if they're a pitcher, batting wise,
like how they do against a lefty. How they do against
exactly.
A righty.
Yeah. In this situation, if he's a guy who can handle being shaken up a little bit by having if he's a pitcher by, oh shit, I have a
I gave
speedster
up.
on second base. He's the tying run.
How do I
like
react
how
to
pressure
this runner?
situations.
I'm a speedster on second base.
I thought,
Oh, lightning.
didn't see that coming.
I need a triple score from third.
True statement. I've been there.
I used to be
The
fast.
ball goes over
See, leg it out! Leg it out! I ain't running past first.
For what?
See, it's over the fence. Single,
Listen, all I
single
gotta do is
guys.
touch- All I gotta do is touch first base and I walk back.
The ball's stuck in the fence. Keep running. Never here.
Nope.
No, runner!
Tag the base coach and just go run.
Keith, get in here!
Could you imagine if you could do that in softball?
Yep.
You could run down to first base, and the person's waiting at first to tag on extra base hits.
Listen, when I make my own league, I'm gonna make that a rule.
That would be fucking awesome.
So I'm gonna be the first base coach always.
Yep.
No, it has to. No, you have to make a rule. Like it has to be like.
No,
somebody-
I'm just the person that doesn't play the field. I'm just
He's just a runner.
the first base coach who runs.
He just doesn't play the field.
He plays the field.
Yeah, I do. If your name's Field, I'm all over you.
Field Yates?
Fielder.
Sure.
Thanks. Wait, what were we talking? Shut up, kid.
we were talking about like scouting. We were talking
Yes.
about like it spawned into our ADD
How
and
baseball, and then we got on baseball moments. And
I love baseball.
stuff. Brewers up 3-0 already in the first inning.
Yellow shit a home run?
I don't know. I just looked over and I saw somebody scoring.
It wasn't me.
That never happens to me anyway, so I don't have to worry about that. Exactly. Well said. Well said.
I gotta eat. I'm hungry.
I was gonna say one of those guys was Shaw because he walked and scored. So,
Luke Voigt's up.
yep. I'll find out if I made a mistake putting him on the bench again.
Yep, you just made a mistake.
What?
2-1 home run.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say what the fuck. God damn it! Because I had Billy Hamilton play one game. He did terrible. Put him on the bench. He went 3 for 4. Didn't steal the base, but still went 3 for 4.
How's he going on base and not steal? He should attempt at least 200 steals if he sees.
I think he was caught stealing actually.
Okay.
Because we don't caught stealing's not a thing in our league.
Nope.
Because if I saw correctly, he's 0 for 1 on steal, so he must have been caught. But anyway, so if you let's break it down this way. If you were a football scout, what would you look for in certain like players? Like let's take that their playing ability is level for all positions. What is something that would make you say, okay, this running back, lineman, quarterback, whatever, is better than these other guys that are in the mix for the same position, same area in the draft, we'll say.
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Yeah, I was gonna say
'cause
each position. Yeah, I'm looking for
'cause
something
the
different.
scouts, like, I don't agree with scouts 90% of the time, but
But if you
They
were
don't
one,
have-
but no, what I'm
if you were scouting somebody, if you were
What I'm
looking,
getting at is they've done this for 20, 30, 40 years, so they can see the little intricacies that. And what I was saying was that why
They
I
like
don't
to
like
compare.
why I don't like scouts is because they see what they want to see, and they focus on that as opposed to all right. So he might not have great hands as a running back, but he makes a person miss in the hole every time. And if this scout likes a running back that catches the ball, he's going to.
Pass on
He's
him.
going to shy away from. Most of the times it seems as if they.
they will lean certain directions.
They're
will,
more specialists.
or their grading will be skewed because it'll go one direction instead of an all-around thing. It'll
Something
be,
like that, yeah.
yeah.
Like
Like
me,
if you looked at that diamond chart that they usually do, like their whatever the hell it's like a diamond, but the outside's like a 15-sided whatever.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Sure, yes.
Where you got all the things that
Yeah,
they like.
and
They
it'll be
rate it 1 to 10.
and it'll like it'll
It's like a spider
shoo
web.
out, yeah, and like so one scout will look and things will be more fitted this direction, and another scout will go the other way. Which I
See,
can
and the way I look at it is, I'm not a scout. Like I don't care if you can catch the ball off the backfield or not. I want to say
not running back.
He can't catch. No, I'm just saying as
Yeah.
he can't catch the ball. But do you see how he makes somebody miss in the hole? Like I don't
Let's
care.
work on his hands.
I don't care about no. In general, I don't care about what he doesn't do well
That's what he does.
or what he does really well. I'm just looking at him like, oh god, he does
What-
that. He
what
does
the
that,
position
he can't, do that,
is.
he can't do that. As a scout, they're like, all right, for this team, we're looking for a lineman that can
Pull.
a pulling guard. and they might fucking leave the two greatest linemen on
pass blocking,
because that's not what they are looking for at the time.
You got two great pass blocking guards, but you're like, no, we want to.
Or it's like a quarterback who might not have the greatest arm or anything, but he can read a defense he can read a defense like a son of a bitch. Because somebody will be like, oh no, I want a guy who can chuck the ball if I need it, instead of a guy who still throw a dart 20 yards, but he's not gonna over the top you all the time.
Drew Brees.
Yeah, Drew Brees. He'll over the top you sometimes, but he's a guy that's strictly in his lane. He knows what he does best,
and he does it well.
And Sean Payton lets him go.
But that's the only thing. That's when I said, not that I hate scouts. I'm not give a fuck about scouts. That's kind of what I'm saying. But,
yeah.
Like, because when I'm quote unquote scouting, it's not because I'm looking for a pulling guard or a pass blocker. I'm like, fucking, he looked good playing. I watched him play against top level talent.
I gave him the eye test,
and he looked good doing it. I don't know all the intricacies that you want. I'm telling you, I saw him play, and this running back ran for 413 yards against one of the 3 best run defenses in a 3-week period. 3 great defensive. He ran for 413 because he hits the hole hard, he cuts, he drops his shoulder.
He definitely hits that hole hard. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, motherfucker.
yeah. I just wanted to get into that kind of conversation.
No,
like if you, here's one for you.
Each position I look for something different, honestly. Like, not even skill-wise, tape-wise. Like, quarterbacks, I want a taller quarterback. Just personal preference for me. It's like City's saying with scouts look for certain things. I'm going to overlook a shorter quarterback because I want someone who can see over a line. I don't want to have to force my line to create windows for my quarterback to throw.
And I want a quarterback that's not a scrambler per se.
But who could get out of it? Like an Andrew Luck type guy.
Not even that. Not even that look. Not even that good. Yeah, just someone like a little mobiler than Tom Brady. Tom Brady isn't mobile, but he's mobile in the pocket.
Kind of like a Tony Romo. Tony Romo made people miss.
Yeah.
Actually, he did.
Until he didn't.
And then he started being crippled. But
like, I don't mind a running quarterback, but I want a quarterback that's elusive in the pocket.
Okay.
I understand that.
No, I get that. Like, and you both have good points. And again, this
is exactly what you get from scouts. Exactly. Everybody's got their own preference.
I don't give a fuck how tall they are.
And that's the thing, is everybody's got their own preference when it comes to looking at.
If you can throw the ball and read a defense,
you're my preference.
God, that's why you
appreciate it.
That's why you lose. But I forgot what I was saying. It's gone now.
I don't know. But if you can read a defense.
Yeah.
That's what you were saying.
Oh yeah, if I'm scouting a quarterback and I know he can read a defense, that is super important. It really is. Your arm strength and stuff, we could try to work with it if we needed to, because that could come with other things. Because if I know
if you're not properly weight training and stuff.
Yeah, because if you can read a defense and throw the ball to somebody still, that means you have the capabilities. So if all of a sudden we add a little extra zing to it.
Listen, quarterback arm strength is underrated. I mean, overrated.
Overrated?
Absolutely.
Reading the defense is that's the thing I go for. If I'm looking at this and I go, and I notice that the quarterback's all of a sudden I can see him scanning, and all of a sudden it's like,
how many down the field shots?
Well, it doesn't matter. You can't name a quarterback that can't throw the ball 50 yards.
And that's what I mean. But like, how many down the field shots do you actually take?
By the end of the year, Cam Newton couldn't.
Well, but when he's healthy, he's a 70-yard in the air.
Oh, yeah.
So arm strength. I think when they say arm strength, it's misleading. They don't mean arm strength. They mean how quickness. Like
how hard? How hard do you get it 5 yards? Like how long does it take that ball to travel?
You don't need arm strength on a 40-yard throw. You need accuracy.
Yes.
You need to be able to
drop it,
read when to let it go.
Yeah.
You got to be able to drop it.
Which is where the reading that. Reading that.
Well, not even reading the defense, but just reading like, all right, he has a yard separation now. If I let it go now, he might have 2.5.
Technically reading the defense.
Oh, even if on a wide open throw. Like, I've seen a bunch of people overthrow wide open.
Oh, yeah. Overthrow, underthrow. Yeah.
By arm strength, you want that to be, hey, this guy's got a slant. He won. This ball needs to get in there before a defender can get to him. That's my arm
quarterback
strength.
that can throw a 10-yard out more than a quarterback that's going to throw it 60 yards down there.
10-yard outs are hard to throw.
I know. That's why I went there first.
I didn't know.
It's one of the hardest throws to make.
I was going to say, playing
It's a timing throw.
a defensive back, you take anything off that throw, and that back
It might be
cutting
a
that
pick
route,
six.
and that's what it is.
It has to be on time. It has to be in a specific position, and you have to
And it's
lead him just a little bit, but not enough. Because if you lead him too much, he's out of bounds.
Yep.
If you lead him
Or
not enough,
or-
it's going to get picked.
Or if you throw too high, it's going to get picked, or it's just going to sail out of bounds. Yeah.
So that's if you can make the 10, 12 yard out throw,
consistently.
you're a good quarterback.
And that's where like a Peyton Manning came into play. He threw that Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison.
Marvin Harrison made a career off it.
Yeah, they did ins and outs. That was like occasionally he went over the top with like Reggie Wayne and those guys,
he
but
wasn't one of those guys that was going to overwhelm you with
he
an over-the-top throw.
like Drew Brees. Drew Brees, he knows that his when Colston was around,
One of the most underrated receivers in the last 25 years.
oh, he's steady numbers every year. 7th round pick.
Occasionally, you have to take the top off just to keep the defense
Yeah,
honest.
no, but he knew ahead of time who he was going to do it to, and because if you notice, that was nowhere near where you thought that was going to be.
You thought it was going to go straight up?
That made it over me.
It's just said,
I was like,
don't step on that lady, it might hurt.
oh, you have it like football.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Is
Right
it?
by the court.
Is it? Oh, if it's on that side, I'm better. If it was over here, I'm screwed.
But yeah, no. I think we're all in agreement on quarterback throw style.
I don't know. I thought that was a good topic to talk about. I really did.
I'm weird.
It was something different.
I gotta pee.
Do you?
I'm hungry.
There are such things. Jesus Christ!
I take it.
I'm tired.
I'm not as hungry.
Listen, I had a long day at work.
Holy shit!
Rough long.
A
It was the
long-
first, and I work at a bank.
Listen, it was the first. It was the first day back after 2 days off, and I work with 2 and 3-year-olds.
All right, so we're on an equal playing field right now because the first is all the people
No, because
that you don't want to see out.
I deal with double digits of these at one time.
CD,
You deal with them one at a time.
no, the bank was nonstop today, and everybody smelled.
It's still one at a time.
Everybody smelled like ass.
I literally had to change asses.
I probably could have too. Adult asses though.
I got to change adult asses in some of these.
Ugh.
I digress.
Sorry.
I'm just singing. I'm just.
Brad's just thinking like
He's singing it.
I'm singing Bone Thugs first of the month. That's all I'm singing. That's in my head right now. I'm just saying.
Start singing it because the internet.
I'm just saying, wake up, wake up. That's all.
It's the. I gotta pee and I'm hungry.
And he's tired.
And I'm tired. I'm going home, take a shower, and eat and go to bed.
He's gonna eat in the shower while taking a shit all at the same time.
I have eaten in the shower before.
While taking a shit.
Gonna waffle stomp that down the drain.
That's disgusting.
I love it you call it waffle stomp.
But I have eaten.
What if it's an open hole drain? It's not a waffle.
I have eaten in the shower because I was rushing to get to
Hey,
work one
stop
morning.
it.
That's when I was at the casino.
Oh yeah?
And I was on mornings, 5 a.m. chip bank. So I had my bowl of cereal.
Take the spoon. Oh, fuck! I messed up.
Fuck it. Num num num. I'll pay for that later.
Just say you're already in the shower. Just dump that shit.
You know you're eating soap. You're like, I'm gonna pay for that later, but I know before it hits me, I'll be through work.
Shit happens.
Hey, it's a good way to clean your system.
Terrible way to clean your
We
system.
have gone off the rails.
Speaking from seeing it at work, that is a terrible way. Speaking of changing adult asses,
I know.
it's amazing when you walk in and there is a explosion, we'll just say, from a 90-year-old man, and you can see him, the nurses folding back the foreskin and wiping the shit out of that and the wrinkles in the ball sack. Yeah, that's
Tell them that's not my job description.
that is in the nurse's job description.
I'm not a nurse.
Neither am I.
I am not either. Everyone's like, Brad, you should be a nurse. You know, you'd be good at it. Nope, go fuck yourself.
That'd be my response.
I helped take care of Grandma June.
I'm
I'm done.
about ready to take care of my father that way, and I don't even want to sign up for that.
And I'm probably heading in that same direction.
We can exchange notes.
Right? Any tips?
Thoroughly clean. Everything. And then yourself.
I'm saying first I'm laying my head down.
Are you? It's a great song, though. It really is.
Wake up.
It's a staple every first of the month.
It's the first of them. Get up. You gotta get a chance and you can start singing it in your head now.
God, I already had it in my head. It's just that I was busy talking about other things. So.
All right, let's talk about the AAF.
I can't talk about them because I know absolutely nothing about it.
I haven't seen anything.
Well,
I did hear that Johnny Manziel got hurt.
What would you think if they
did he
pulled?
really?
What would you think if they actually pulled the plug on it?
I knew it was gonna happen eventually.
But does that also spell doom for the XFL, or does
I
that?
think the
Or
XFL
does
is
that- or
doomed
does-
before it starts.
The XFL though has the backing of a lot of money though.
I think they're doomed before they start.
Well, we thought so when they announced it and we were talking about it that day.
This town, it's a one football town, so to speak.
It's good to see some names that I hadn't seen in a while actually still playing.
I didn't listen. I can name two people: Trent Richardson and Johnny Manziel. And I didn't even know Manziel got hurt.
I only know it because my coworker brought it up to me at work. He's like, "Oh, did you see Johnny Manziel got hurt?" I was like, "I don't care."
I can tell you about one thing from the AAF.
Yeah.
It was in that first week when the quarterback got destroyed.
Blasted.
Oh,
That's all I've known from
that
the
was a
season.
hell of a hit.
I haven't
haven't-
watched 1 second
I
of
haven't
it
watched this.
That was probably the best thing to happen for that league too.
for that week.
No, but
Apparently nobody
it got,
gives a fuck after that.
Yeah, well, it got people
It was
talking.
right after football, so it was the first week after football
Yeah.
had just ended. So people were still like, "I'm going to watch it," and now
Well, they
the
saw that
novelty
hit.
of it all.
Well, they saw that hit. It brought them back for week 2, and then week 2 was dull,
The novel-
like very dull.
I meant to watch in week 2.
So did I. But
Yeah, I watched part of the game, and
I
it
tried
was,
to watch one of the games, and I was like, "Oh, I'm on the wrong day on CBS. Today's on NFL Network. Oh, I don't have NFL Network. Bye."
Oh, it was on NFL Network?
yeah, it's been on NFL Network as well. It switches between both of those channels.
Nice.
It's actually also been on NBC Sports Network or CBS Sports Network. It's been on one of
It's
those.
been on Oprah's
CBS
network.
Sports Network.
Been on
the other
Oprah
one.
Network and Lifetime.
Cleveland came back to win, so I got screwed out of a win. Fuckers. Anyway. It already signifies my fantasy season. I have a great outing from a pitcher, and I don't get the win. That's my response to that. Oh, it switched games. It switched games as I'm flipping it off, so now I'm flipping off the Cubs and the Braves. Whoopsie. Sorry, Cubs and Braves.
Fuck the Braves. That was for you, Morgan.
All right, so let's talk about some NBA since playoffs are coming up.
Nuba.
Playoffs?
Nuba.
Playoffs?
There's only, 2 weeks left in the actual
Playoffs?
Oh, speaking of fantasy, I beat you in the championship.
I know, I saw that. I forgot all about it up until Wednesday.
I know, I saw all of a sudden you got all these new players.
I'm like, what the fuck? I thought the season was over. Fucking, I'm losing 7-1. What the fuck is going on?
Well, you came back. It was 6-3.
I only lost a couple categories, Bob. Like, if I'd have paid attention, not saying I'm not taking anything away from you. I literally thought the season was over because 3 of my other leagues last week was the end of the season.
Yeah, well, that was the default setting, so I left it there. I didn't change it.
I'm like, what the and I just happened to... I pressed it by accident.
Did you?
Yeah, because I was trying to get into...
One of the other ones?
March Madness.
Oh.
The March Madness. And I pressed it and it went... I was like, the fuck?
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is bullshit. He didn't even tell me. Cocksucker.
We haven't talked about it all year because we didn't get a full league.
That's true, too, but you still could have told me. Don't forget. I'm going to kick your ass this week or something. I don't know.
We talked about it. Bragging rights!
Cocksucker. First place all season.
He was.
All season.
He was.
What happens?
He only lost first place for like 2 weeks, and then I.
Not even that long, I don't think.
it was
wanna
1 week.
hear
It was
somebody
1
bitch
week.
about that? Talk to my brother about our fantasy football league. First place all season. Gets his ass handed to him first round.
He sucked.
Just that time of year where it's
That's what he gets for drafting Beckham Jr.
not going to draft him this year. You know why?
I am.
Playing for the crowd.
He's going in the first round.
I know he is.
Oh, no, he's going in the first round.
Oh, yeah?
And as long as I don't have a top 3 pick, because I got my first 3 picks, he's going in the first round. If I got the 4th pick and he's on the board, he's going. He is going to have a huge year.
Huge.
That's what she said.
I'm thinking like 120 catches.
Like 6 bowls of ramen on his head.
No, maybe not 120 catches. He's probably going to have about 90 catches. He's going to have like 1,700 yards.
Jesus Christ!
Wow.
Dude. You're going all-time status right
He's
there.
going 16. He's going 1,500 plus, and he's going to have double-digit touchdowns.
Damn. So Baker Mayfield's gonna have a hell of a year then too.
That's what I listen. I'm a year late. I was a year early with my picks, but after picking Humpin, I love that team now.
The Browns gonna play football. All right, so we're talking basketball though.
Yeah, we were gonna go to the NBA.
Yeah, you go. I gotta pee.
All right.
I got it.
I was gonna say, you know where the bathroom is.
Yeah, right here in the corner, right?
Yeah.
This is the same.
Just open up the fridge and pee. That's all you gotta do. So you can hear me, right? Yeah. Okay. So CD has to take a pee pee.
Tinkle.
He's going wee.
He's going to Tinkletown.
He's going to Tinkletown. Nice.
Tinkle is
So-
Einhorn.
Einhorn is Tinkle. So since the playoffs are coming up, the Western Conference, all 8 teams are now
Locked.
for at least in the playoffs, like
Yeah.
the Spurs
Yeah.
and Thunder.
They can jump
technically,
around.
yeah. But the 8 teams for playoffs are there. So if it were to end today, Oklahoma City would play Golden State in the first round.
That would be great.
That would be an
First round
awesome
matchup.
first round. The Warriors and the Thunder, if it ended right now.
And I'm picking the Thunder.
The lightning and the thunder.
Thunder.
Wow.
And he kept it going too.
I've been up this motherfucker too long. I gotta go back to the hood just to get some.
I was gonna say his black card.
But it was
whatever was left of it just got burned.
that bitch got taken away. Oh,
Yeah, but whatever might have been left of it when you just did that.
is that me or you?
What happened?
I heard buzzing.
Oh, it wasn't me.
I mean,
CD's trying to take a picture.
Oh, it was just
of his peep.
He was
so proud of his
Yeah.
his Tinkletown.
Well, let me know the next balls are going to tip off soon.
Oh, I got all the tip offs. I get that too. But so it would be the matchups would be Golden State versus the Thunder, the Nuggets versus the Spurs, the Rockets versus the Clippers, and the Trailblazers versus the Jazz.
That's gonna be the best series.
Trailblazers Jazz. It would be the Trailblazers would be the home advantage. Basically, how I said it, the first team was the.
I got Houston winning it this year.
Yeah.
As long as Chris Paul doesn't get hurt again.
I was going to say if an injury happens to one of the 3, I'm throwing Capella in there because that's a big cog in the system. Yeah, but they have made little moves that made up for the Carmelo thing.
I think as long as Harden and Paul play, I don't think Capella matters as much. I think because they signed Fareed,
But that's
Capella-esque.
exactly what I was getting at. That's exactly what I was getting at with their little moves that they've done to counteract that, plus what they did after they let go of all these other players like Mabute and all those guys beforehand. Like
I'm picking Houston to win the title this year. Again, I think I'm a year late. I was a year early, but
you're gonna be. You think you're right on this one?
yeah,
When did you say last year? You had them last year too.
I picked Houston at the beginning of the season last year.
Yeah, you did. Actually, you picked them at the beginning of this year too.
Did I again?
Yeah, you picked them because
Nice
of,
answer.
that was very nice. Because when they had Melo, you thought that the 3.
Hoodie Mellow.
Yeah. Honestly, I wouldn't sleep on that Rockets Clippers series if that ends out that way.
Nah, that's gonna be it's gonna end up real easy.
Really, I don't think Clippers play very well for a team that literally has Lou Williams, who's the 6th man.
Lou Williams is a really good player.
Yeah, but that's all they have.
No, they got Gallinari.
Yeah, but when you're
I love Gallo.
I love Gallo.
I love Gallo since he was Nick though. So
Yeah, so
my opinion of him is higher.
Yeah.
I think the
I
industry would
hated
give
when
him.
we traded Gallo.
Me too.
oh, everybody
Like, I
did.
cried.
If you remembered, a lot
did
of people
Like that whole trade was.
that was part of the Melo trade,
I know.
and a lot
What
of
we
people.
gave up, I was.
They could have had everyone except I was mad they gave up Gallo. So my opinion of Gallo is a little bit more than it sounds like yours. So when you say they only have Lou Williams, I think Gallo.
He's their best player, though.
I think he's a star.
Lou Williams?
No,
Gallo.
Gallo.
Oh, Gallo. Okay,
I think he's a star.
I like
He's on
Gallo,
a
but
fu-
I don't. I don't hold him
I do.
here. Yeah,
He's just injury prone. If he could stay injury free, I think
he would show everybody
yeah.
why Okay.
I love Gallo.
You make me want to go check out his stats for this year.
Danilo Gallinari. I can tell you he's on a couple of. He was on a
I
couple
was gonna
of
say
my
I
teams.
can just I have that sports reference here. Danilo Gallinari. He this year averaged 19.8 points, 6.2 boards, 2.5 assists. Those are his stats for this year.
Not including defensive stats? None?
Oh, like steals and stuff?
Yeah.
He has 0.7 steals and 0.3 blocks.
That's lower than I thought it was.
Yeah, so that was only worth saying.
No,
those
no,
up.
and that's why it was.
Well,
because when he was a Nick, he was getting close to 2 steals a
Well,
game.
usually when you have like better like decent stats, it would show up at the top because the summary
I
puts the best foot forward. Like this year, he actually was shooting above his career average. Career is 42.5% field goal. He's 46.3 this year. His threes 37.6 normally. That's his career average. 43.4 this year. Even his free throws were 87%, but for his career 90.5 this year.
I was going to say he was about 90%.
His efficiency rating was up 5 percentage points as well, so that's a good thing too.
And system's got to be right for him too. But I'm a huge proprietor for Danilo Gallinari. I was and will be.
Well, he was a Knick from 09 to 11. 09 to 11, Nugget from 11 to 17, and then he's been the Clips the last for the 18-19.
Yeah.
For 2 years he's been as a Clip. And actually, this will be his career high in points if it doesn't drop. His career high was 15-16 with Denver. And this is, other than his second season, this is the most games he's played.
Yep, that's been his problem.
Yep.
It's a little nagging shit too. See, I'm like a major injury. It's like twisted ankle, sprained left pinky.
Actually,
high ankle sprain.
he's cleared to play today. He's been out for a couple of games, so.
But yeah, I agree with CD on Danilo.
Gallinari. Oh shit, son. Fuck, bitch.
Did you piss in your eye? What the frig?
What is he, R. Kelly?
No, I mean I pissed in your eye.
I'll piss on myself. Well,
I'm not a teenage
I was gonna say he's got to do. He has to do that now because he's being watched too much.
Touche.
His mind's telling him no, but his body
His body.
is telling him yes, baby. He don't want to hurt nobody.
I just want to piss on you.
So,
But I must confess.
So right now in the East, it's not all set. There's 5 teams fighting for the final 3 spots. The final 5 teams fighting for the 6, 7, 8 are the Pistons, Nets, Heat, Brandon's Magic, and the Hornets. I just wanted to say that because just Brandon actually excited because his team might make the playoffs. Because right now the Magic are a half game behind the Heat. And the Hornets are 3 games behind the Heat, who have the 8 spot. The Nets have the 7 spot, and the Pistons have the 6. So if it stays this way, it'd be the Bucks versus the Heat. Shit, I don't want that to happen.
I don't think it matters.
It'd be the Bucks versus the Heat. It would be the Raptors versus the Nets, 76ers versus the Pistons, and the Celtics hosting the Pacers.
It's going to be Toronto, Milwaukee. One of those 2 teams are coming up east.
I agree.
I was going to say, Philadelphia can't really overtake Toronto for second. That would be the only cog in that wheel there.
No, I don't.
No, because then they couldn't meet in the conference finals. Because if they were the 1 and the 3, they couldn't.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
If they play each other early, whoever wins that series, I got
Is
Milwaukee or
winning.
Toronto. I think Philly is with Jimmy Butler's injury. I don't think they're quite there yet.
And the Celtics just haven't been
The
what they
Celtics suck.
don't suck, but they're not.
When Kyrie Irving comes to New York next year, they'll suck. Actually, I don't want him coming to New York. You know who I want? I want that kid out of the Bronx.
D'Lo?
I like Kimba better.
Okay, but
Younger,
Kemba gets buckets.
better shooter,
Kemba's a creator too.
He gets
better passer. I mean,
He gets buckets.
I love Kimba.
The one thing that helps him out, and I don't want to jinx him, especially if he comes there. He's been somewhat healthy for his career too.
Well, he's got the
He's-
body. He's He's a little mini tank.
He is. But
I would not mind him over Kyrie coming to New York.
honestly,
Bring him home.
Kyrie is too much of a hassle lately.
Bring Kimba. Team him with Durant.
Team wins. He's a front runner. Kyrie is.
I told you Kyrie wasn't that good from the beginning.
You did. I was happy to have him and the pieces that they had.
Kyrie is your best player. You're not a championship contender.
Oh, no, you stated that. But the thing is, though, they had last year. They had. I think last year was their window to make it to the finals. It really was.
They got up against that buzzsaw.
The injury buzzsaw?
LeBron.
Oh, I was gonna say the injury buzzsaw
That-
because Kyrie didn't play in
I
that
don't think it
series,
mattered.
and Haywood didn't play in that series.
I don't think it mattered.
They went to 7 games without the 2 best players on the team.
Yes, but when Kyrie plays, he brings that team down. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown don't develop. They want to play as well.
Oh,
as
I know,
they
and
play.
Marcus Smart played his ass off.
So I don't think.
yeah.
I think and Kyrie takes away from.
Terry Rozier played very well.
I don't think it would have went 7 if Kyrie.
Oh, you think it would have been like a 5?
maybe 7, but I don't think that it would have. I'm telling you, it didn't matter who it was. I think nobody was beating the Cavaliers last year.
Until the finals.
Yeah, well-
yeah. Even the year they won it, nobody thought that was going to happen.
Listen, I still thought the Lakers were going to make the fucking playoffs this year. That's how much confidence I had in
I actually said
Chandler.
they weren't. I said they would be anywhere from a 7, 8, or not.
I had that much confidence in the King.
It's hard to not.
Who I still think is the best player in the world.
He can carry a team.
It's hard to
honestly.
not actually vote against him because
It's just the West is the
I
West.
think the injury is what did it. I don't even think it's the West. They were the 3rd seed when he got hurt.
I don't think they would have been 3rd overall because the other teams, like Houston, came up. All these other teams.
I think they would have been
'Cause
4 or
the-
5.
I would have said it. I would have said it's about 5 or 6. That's what I would
Because
have been at.
that if they go the 16 games he missed, and
They go 500 in that.
not even I think if they go 10-6, and then he's still playing a bunch of the games where he
They
when he
were
first
they
came
were
back,
what 3-13 when he.
something bad.
So if even 5 more wins than what they have now, actually they still didn't even make the playoffs with 5 more
I
wins.
think they would have went 10-6. Actually, we're playing really well. So 11-5 wouldn't be out the question. We'll say 10-6. But then the 3 or 4 games when he first came back, they won 1 and lost 3 more. He's not getting back into shape. He's not getting back into playing shape.
So let's say 20 games.
I think if they would have went 16-4 over those 20. That 20 game stretch, he missed 6 and the 4 back. They go 16-4. It's a whole different series,
Yeah.
whole different season.
Then they're looking at like a 5 seed at that point. Because right now, if they win 10 more games, they're still scraping the playoffs. Like they're 7, 8 seed,
So,
scraping them with 10 more wins. So that. Oh, that's great feedback. That's great feedback.
cool.
Like not in a good way.
It's a good.
That's making it go red all the time. But so for the East, it's pretty much
That's
the
what
same.
you want to do is make it go red the whole time.
I just want to make it get red.
Oh, sorry.
So
about
Milwaukee is pretty much our selection.
Milwaukee or Toronto.
Okay.
It would depend on the series that they have to play to get to each other.
Okay.
that. Whoever has more games,
Well,
or
right
tougher
now-
fought games,
Yeah.
is going to be the one that struggles most in that matchup.
Whoever plays Philly, I'm going to pick the other team.
If that's the case, it would be right now. It'd be Toronto if that happened, because that's how the the seeding thing would. It would be Milwaukee would then play the winner of the Celtics and Pacers series.
I don't think they worry about either one.
Oh no, I'm just going
Yeah.
like,
I think I might have to take the Pacers in that series.
and then it would be Toronto and Brooklyn. Brooklyn is probably the toughest team Toronto would play in that lower half. Honestly, because D'Lo is just, or excuse me, D-Row. I call him D'Lo.
I think that's what they do call him.
D-Row, isn't it?
I thought it was D'Lo.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Pretty sure they call him D-Rose.
Oh, D-Rose, D-Rose. D-Lo is, yeah, D'Angelo. D-Lo, yes. I keep forgetting, because I assume D-Lo is D-Lo Brown, the wrestler. That's where I go. Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck just happened?
He's having a seizure.
I was doing my D-Lo Brown impression.
He's having a seizure. He had a seizure. It's okay.
Fuck you, ain't. I think his seizure has been He's had a good season, but I think it's been too much is being put on it because
Well, he is their equivalent of James Harden.
no, he's more like the equivalent of Kemba Walker.
No, but him
Promise of the
scoring.
situation that you're put in.
His scoring is what's creating them to win a lot. It really
Yeah.
is.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't say James Harden.
No, but he's their version. That's what I'm
Kemba
saying.
Walker.
Okay.
Yeah, in a bad
'Cause,
situation,
like-
producing.
James Harden would have the Nets in the third seed.
Oh
The
no, but
third spot.
I'm just.
I know what you're saying,
Yeah.
but
He-
I think that's a little. The praise that you're saying is a
You're
little
giving him too
high.
much credit too early right now.
No,
No, not even
I'm
that.
I'm
He's
not,
comparing and
I'm
he's
not
saying-
calling him James.
No, I
Harden.
know what you're
I'm not
saying.
even coming close to that.
I know, but when you say he's their version of James Harden, I think you're saying he's their best player doing everything he has to do.
When everybody was hurt on the Rockets, Harden was averaging 188 points a game.
Agreed.
He really is.
But
He
I think
was.
your comparison. It's not wrong with your comparison. I'm just thinking if you tone it down a little bit, because you're talking maybe the MVP of the league again.
Well, yeah, if runner up at bat. Worst.
Yeah. So he's more like their Kemba Walker. He's their Kemba Walker.
Okay.
Well, I love Kemba Walker.
Or would you say like a Devin Booker thing? Because
No.
he was 50, 60 points all suddenly out of nowhere.
Kemba Walker's a good player. Devin
Booker's
Booker's.
a good player too.
I think so too.
Kemba's just been doing it a little bit longer.
And he's from New York.
No, then he's downgraded.
Listen,
Downgraded
I think
to category one.
I think he's going to be a Knick next year.
I want to be adverse to that. I want something to root for again.
I kinda
Nick,
was-
bring me something good.
I kind of was hoping that Kyrie would go to you guys so that I could.
I don't want.
So I could watch that train
I honestly
wreck.
do not want Kyrie.
I want to watch that train.
I
wreck.
have been
every
firm-
night on MSG. I want to watch that train wreck.
I don't have it. I can't watch
I
it.
didn't like Kyrie even when he was playing with LeBron in Cleveland. I didn't like it.
I did because
Wait,
if
hold
he's
on.
your second best player, you're in championship caliber team.
What school did Kyrie go to?
He played.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've hated him since college.
He played 8 games at Duke.
I hated him since college.
It was like 14.
Oh,
something
didn't
like
he?
that.
Didn't he hit those 2 game-winning threes against our ass?
I don't give a fuck. Don't take a labor.
Austin Rivers did. Austin Rivers hit
Fuck Austin
one of
Rivers.
those daggers against you
But
from like the coaching stripe.
if he's the second best player on your team, you're a championship contender.
I'm not a fan of him still, and
I'm not a fan.
I didn't like him then, though.
I'm a fan of him,
You are not wrong when you
Oh,
say it that way.
the guy is one hell of a ball handler.
and I love the way he finishes at the rim. He's the best
Undersized.
beneath the rim finisher in the league.
Okay, you know how I like to do trivia questions.
No, fuck me.
What are his career statistics?
Oh,
Kyrie.
24 and 6
Wait, what's the 6?
assists.
assist.
I had to say.
Because I think he gets probably maybe like 4.5 boards. Maybe 5.
Maybe 3.
Career-wise, 22.2 points, 3.6 rebounds, 5.7 assists. This season, 23.9 points, 5 rebounds, 7.1 assists. His field goal percentage is higher. His three-point percentage is higher. The only thing that's down is his free throws, and that's only 1%. So
And the team is worse.
this year, yeah, than last year, yeah.
If he's your best player, you're fucked.
And he's actually scoring less than he did.
Unless he's your best player, and it's like a 1A 1B. Like put him in him and
You got 2 creators.
him in like
Trying to find somebody that you can put on the
yeah,
same
because
level.
I
I'm
like
saying
your.
I was gonna say Dame Lillard, but Dame's
No,
no. Yeah, because if Dame's your best player, I don't think you're a championship contender either.
no.
And that's been proven
Yes, so you can put them two
year
together.
by year.
But no, because he doesn't have the supporting cast. Outside of C.J. McCollum, there's nobody else.
No.
They had a chance this year until
Oh, he got hurt. Nurkic.
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
You're Chef
When- When you go from him to Enes Kanter,
who I like.
I've
do
always
too, but-
liked Kanter.
I do too, but
I thought he got a
he's
bad
not-
rap everywhere he went.
But he's not Nurkic though, or
No.
Nurkic, however you pronounce his
He's a better
name.
offensive player. He just doesn't play defense at all.
And that's where that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Because
Well, no, I think Dame's a top 20 player. I don't think top 15. I don't think Kyrie's a top 20 player. I think Kyrie might be a top 25 player. No. Dame's a top 15 player. Kyrie might be a top 20 player.
Okay.
You know what? Fuck all that. You know what pissed me off? You know what grinds my gears?
Oh, what's that,
Wow.
Peter?
I saw fucking Jay Billis and them talking about it. They said if Zion Williams was in the NBA right now, he'd be a top 50 player.
Oh, Jesus. What? He's a rookie. Give him a...
He's not even a rookie.
If
They
he
say
was a rookie.
if he was in the NBA right now.
Oh, no, he still would have been a rookie this year then.
No, I'm just in general. Like,
Oh, just coming out.
no, all right. Take 50. If you take him playing a college player still, not even if he was a rookie. If he was a Duke
that's
player,
right. I saw that.
he's a top 50
A shitload
NBA
of
player
people
right
were
now.
talking about this, and I
was like, oh, you fucking kidding me?
So, I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna look at.
I agree.
That is so fucking stupid.
There's 2 players on every team better than him. That's 60 players right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he has the potential to be.
Oh, potential. Oh God,
But-
you're gonna throw that out there. Then
But you
Yeah.
can't say it right now.
I don't even know if he's the best player in this draft coming up.
I've stated who I thought should be number 1 in it.
John Morant.
No, I said Barrett.
I hope the next draft, John Morant. Just I want to see him and Dennis Smith in the dunk. I mean, in the layup line dunking.
You just want to continuously.
I just saw that, and then it comes from someone like Jay Billis, who I think is, and you know how much I love these pundits. I fucking love them. I think Jay Billis is amazing at his job, but for him to say that just twerked my gears.
Twerked it.
Like even the worst team in the league,
Like, popping it.
right now, who's the worst team? The Knicks.
Yep.
Okay, not the Knicks.
Everybody but the Knicks.
All right, so we said okay. So you said he would be. You said a top. A top
You said that, and I'm like-
top 50 player.
And I'm like, hold on.
First
Hold on. Who the fuck's on the Knicks right now? That's better than
thing that went to my head was Porzingis,
them. Ain't not there no
the
more.
rapist.
Yeah, he has a rape charge.
Oh, does he now?
You didn't hear about that?
I did not hear about that.
It was right after he tore his ACL too,
Yep.
which is weird.
No.
That night she said it.
Yeah, so he
She was like, what, you ain't making no more money? You raped me.
Rape jokes are always funny.
There it goes. Thank you. My mouse stopped working. Thank you for picking up the slack. So I'm gonna look at this because we're gonna have to wrap up the show in like 15 minutes. I'm just going points per game. Top 50.
Let's go take forever.
No, I'm going down the list.
Going down, start
Just
towards the
looking.
bottom
Yeah.
of the 50.
So your 50 is Pascal Siakam. Your 49th is Jordan Clarkson. Okay, I would put him ahead of those guys.
I'm not even talking about just points per
Yeah,
game.
I was going to say, there's everything.
No, I know, but I'm going like Ben Simmons is 48.
I'm taking 40 Ben Simmons over him.
Andre Drummond's 47.
I'm taking Andre
Andre's
Drummond over him.
Spencer Dinwiddie's 46. He's a good player.
No, I'd probably take
DeAndre Fox.
Dion. I'm taking DeAndre Fox.
JJ Redick is next.
Nope.
Andrew Wiggins.
Nope.
Chris Middleton. I'm a big fan of Chris Middleton.
That's a toss up, but
Middleton's came
Can-
a long
like,
way since he came into
can-
the league.
Brogdon getting hurt, I think, is going to really hurt.
Listen.
The supporting cast.
Chris Middleton, Giannis and Chris Middleton, like Giannis makes Chris Middleton such a great player, good player.
Oh, he makes that whole team.
Well, even if you're going, I'm not even going through that because if you just think of every team. Look at there's 4 players on Golden State,
That.
and you know how much I love Draymond Green. That's
Would you say 5 even with Boogie?
if
If he's healthy.
he's healthy, Boogie's a top 10 player.
Yeah.
So we'll throw that out there. So 5 even better there.
No, I'm not even going to put Boogie in there.
Okay.
You got 4. You got 2 in Portland.
All right. So let's just do it this way by the standings. The Bucks we've already discussed them.
2.
Toronto, you got Lowry who will be better,
2.
and Kawhi who will be better, and that's just off the top of that. That's not even counting anybody else that's on the team.
That's not worth.
Philadelphia-
Maybe you can throw Ibaka in there. Nah, I take Zion over Ibaka.
Yeah.
Philadelphia has a bunch.
3.
You have 3 guys instantly. So
Maybe
that's
4, but we'll say 3,
Boston.
2,
I was gonna say
3.
Indiana, if healthy, Oladipo
Oladipo,
would be way
absolutely,
ahead of them. Collison.
No,
Uh,
only Oladipo.
So only Oladipo.
Maybe Turner. Maybe
I was gonna say Turner. Detroit is next.
So
Yeah,
Blake. And
Andre,
Drummond.
Yeah. The Nets next.
He might be better than anyone on their roster.
I was gonna say the only one that might give him a run is
D'Lo.
D'Lo. Yeah. Sorry, I almost went. You should move again. The Heat. You got like Goran Dragic if he's healthy. If he's healthy, he's a 20-point
Nobody.
scorer. No,
I think-
that's about it.
I take no. I'd still take Zion.
Hassan
over him.
Whiteside.
Nope.
just because of his blocking and rebounding. That was the one thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
Like he's got more other stats. Like he'll put up 14 points, but he'll also put up 14 boards.
I was gonna say he's a good offensive rebounder.
He's a malcontent, though.
If this is here, yeah, thank you. I was gonna say if this is here, his mind goes.
his mind goes.
It tells him no.
Then we have the Magic, so you have
Vucevic.
Thank you.
Mm,
I think he's a really good
he's a
player.
product of. I think he's a. He's a good player on a bad team, which makes him look like a great player. But I'm probably going to take him over Zion.
Again, he's another great offensive rebounder, though.
Yeah.
That's a big thing in the NBA.
I'm probably going to take him over Zion.
They have Aaron Gordon on that team too.
Yeah.
I think a healthy Aaron Gordon, though, is a really good basketball player.
He's not a bad basketball player.
He's going to be a good role player. He's going to be a consistent
I was
role
gonna
player.
say,
Yeah, but
if-
I think Zion's going to come on being this. He's going to be a more.
If Aaron Gordon, say, is your third best player on your team, I think your team's fine.
Depends on your first two.
I was going to say Aaron Gordon does a
Because if you add him
little bit of everything.
if you add him to Portland, you still just
Yeah.
In that conference, though, it takes a lot.
And-
If you add him to
honestly, in Portland, I don't want to add a combo
a wing,
anything.
No, I'm
anyways,
just saying,
I want a down low presence. I know.
fucking
All
intern.
right, the Hornets, you have Kemba.
That's it.
I think that would be it there. The Wizards, healthy John Wall, Bradley Beal.
Yep.
The Hawks,
Nope. Keep going.
Trey would be their only
Nope, keep
decent
going.
player. The Bulls,
Nope. Keep going.
all right. Cleveland,
Nope. Keep going.
Kevin Love,
Nope.
healthy.
Well, that's a
I
big
was gonna
if.
say,
But yeah, you can throw Kevin.
we've thrown the healthy word around a few
And then
times here.
the Knicks.
Nope. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, we've already tried to.
Okay, Golden State.
I was thinking only maybe Dennis Smith. That might be the only one.
And
Kevin Knox
and an if healthy thing, and Knox can't.
Kevin Knox has the potential. Mitchell Robinson has potential.
Potential, though, but we're
But
talking about.
that's what we're talking about with Zion.
Zion.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, but we're talking about right now what's better than.
So we already said Golden State. We already
That's
took care of
four.
them. The Nuggets. You got the
Three.
You got the Joker. You got
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Okay, maybe
I was
two.
gonna say those are the only two that I would have thrown.
Yeah.
Then you have the Rockets next, which that you got
3.
Yeah. And then next is Portland.
2.
Next is the Jazz. You have Donovan Mitchell. Rudy Gobert.
2.
That's about it for that.
I'm
For
thinking
this.
Rubio, but no.
No, I would put him over Rudy. Jesus. The Clippers are next. You got Lou.
Nobody.
Lou would be the only one that you could throw in there. But that would be it.
I picked it. Gallo.
Gallo.
We talked about this.
The Spurs.
2.
I was going to say you got Aldridge.
And Rosen.
And oh yes. Oklahoma City.
2. Maybe 3.
I'm going to say Steven Adams.
I think I take Zion over Steven Adams, but
But
not for that. For that team, Steven Adams is
Steven
the better,
Adams is a better fit.
But I think Zion would be a better player.
Yes.
Sacramento.
Like if you didn't have the other two.
That's a hard one because they're all full of.
we
It's,
just
just,
said-
it's a potential
We
team.
just said DeAndre Fox.
Yeah, but you got Willie Cauley-Stein,
Buddy Hield.
but they're full of potential. So I think outside of
They're
DeAndre,
one of those teams that to watch out for soon.
it depends
Like
on what
this
they
was
do
the first year where they were really.
It depends
It
on
was
were
like the Bucks
scratching.
were a couple years ago.
Yeah.
what they get
Yes.
in
Yes.
this year. It depends on what they do this off season.
Yeah. The Lakers are next.
One,
I was gonna say LeBron. Kuzma?
no,
Ball?
Oh, Ingram. I
I
think,
think
Kuzma's one of those guys that I think is.
he's gonna be a solid role player, but
Oh.
nothing more. But I think it depends. And you know how I feel about Lonzo,
Yeah.
but I think Brandon Ingram has the biggest upside.
T-Wolves. Yeah, Cat.
That's it.
Yeah. The Pelicans. Anthony Davis.
That's it. No, Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday.
I love Drew Holiday's game.
The Grizz.
Mike Conley.
I was going to say Conley's the only person left standing.
I'm a huge Conley fan too.
He's literally the only one left standing on that team.
I know. I've been a Conley fan though for years now.
I like him when he played in.
The Mavericks. Luka.
Yeah, that's it.
His game is so good. He's so good.
And Porzingis.
If healthy, yeah, we got to do.
And not raping people.
See, I'm sure we've gone way more than 50 already.
Yeah, the Suns, Devin Booker.
And
DeAndre, yeah. But he's another potential.
I mean, there's a few
Devin
people that
Booker's
made
already
this
been
list
there long
based
enough,
on
and he's-
potential.
Yeah.
So.
Well-
Devin Booker at least has done it for a few
This
years.
is all
yes.
about potential because if any
Yeah.
of them just ended up getting hit by a bus next week,
I mean,
Well, that would be
potentially.
That would be huge news if that happened.
Yeah, it depends on
Or
what
they
it
get a
was.
rape charge.
If one of the Knicks got hit by a bus, who would really care?
It was Dennis Jr.
It's like if a tree falls
No,
in the woods,
no,
and
no.
give a fuck.
Everybody would care because they'd be like, yes! One less player to pay!
No, because if it's because of the injury, you still pay them.
Not if they're dead!
Yeah, I don't know how that one would work.
They didn't claim no beneficiaries, they're in New
Would that
York!
be considered dead money?
No. And if they are injured and they're not dead, they don't get paid. Their contract.
The
it's
insurance stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they still get paid. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they get
But it's
paid,
not.
But the team.
it's like if a Nick gets hit by a car on Fifth Ave, does anyone care?
What if Dolan was driving?
Oh God, I wish Dolan got hit. Shit, now I can't go to the MSG forever.
Yep.
Yep, man, this podcast is gonna get heard by Nolan, and
Listen,
you're gonna get hit with a fine.
55,000.
Luca shows up today in a Fresh Prince jacket, repping the classic Fresh Prince.
I would wear it.
No, it's like the cartoony Fresh Prince that's on the back and stuff. That's
Oh.
what it looked like.
I thought he meant like the shirt, the jacket he wore.
More on the.
The inside of
Oh, it might have been, but just by looking at the picture, it was like the cartoony stuff. I couldn't get the full picture because I had this going on. It was a Bleacher Report thing that I got. Question before do you want to talk about any baseball at all, or because we pretty much are running out of time because it's already quarter of.
I mean, we talked about your draft.
Yeah, but baseball.
I know.
We
I know.
usually do a.
I know.
Do you want to do that next week? We'll charter that for next week.
I'm cool with that.
Okay. Like part of the show will be like our predictions and stuff. Get your predictions down now so that it doesn't get too swayed by the start of.
He said he can do his shit. He's good.
All right. Okay.
If you
So
can
we'll do
rapid
that
fire it.
No.
You can do it now. I don't care.
No. I want to take time. I want to actually. I don't want to just.
'Cause I know my shit.
I know my shit too.
Wow.
I picked nobody.
Whoa! It's a.
There's gonna be a massive holdout
You pray.
towards the end of the season.
You pray over there.
But the
Correct.
Yankees are up 2-0.
You're up Tuesday. So let's go to the movies and then we'll cut the show off. How's that?
You guys?
Oh yeah!
Whoa, come on.
Wow, Kool-Aid man!
I'm
injured. I got this.
Very nice.
Just so you know, White scored a run at least.
Fucking fuck.
And Gary Sanchez hit a home run. Oh, he had a hit too.
You say he
No,
got hit?
he had a walk and he scored a run, and Gary Sanchez hit a home run.
Oh, okay. I'm like, okay.
He walked.
And just so you
run.
know, 3 innings, this is no hitter going.
4.
What is it? D'Angelo, Jimenez, whatever.
No, Jimenez.
No, not Jimenez, German.
Oh, okay. For Colorado?
No, for the Yankees.
Oh.
You gotta yell it when you say it because it's German.
Oh, yeah, I see that. But Travis Shaw, like I said, has got a hit. He scored a run. He's walked. And Joey Votto has a hit as well, so it's not that bad.
The Votto neither.
So, are you going to...
Fly ball. Caught.
I thought you were going to introduce the segment.
No, it was fly ball caught.
Oh, no, not introducing the segment.
Oh, IMDb? Is it IMDb time?
Yep.
I am douchebag time.
Yes, you
IMDb.
are. He has walked 4 though.
This is the part of the show... Oh, you can put it down. I've been...
I got it.
Oh, whoa, hey, hi. How are you? This is the portion of the program where we talk about the movies that are coming out this week, and then we'll go through the top 10, because we actually didn't get to do the show last week, so the top 10 will be like newer stuff. But we usually say, Movie Voice will show up, read the description of the movie, and people will either say they want to go to the theater to watch it, which doesn't happen too often, Redbox and stuff, or a variation of no.
Basically a whole lot of no's, just in creative ways.
Yes. So, let's get to it. The first big movie this week is... I gotta get ready. Action, adventure, comedy, fantasy.
No.
We all have a superhero inside us. It just takes a bit of magic to bring it out. In Billy Batson's case,
Shazam!
by shouting out one word, Shazam!
Say it backwards. It's his weakness, sorry.
The streetwise 14-year-old foster kid can turn into the adult superhero Shazam! Starring Zachary Levi, Michelle Borth, Jimin Husno, and Mark Strong. Shazam! Sorry.
My son wants to see it, but I don't think I'm going to theaters for it. I already told him, he's like, yeah, we can wait till it comes out.
Abriel wants to watch it too.
I don't give a fuck about this movie.
So see,
It's a kid being a superhero. That's what draws my son towards it. So.
yeah, I'm honestly just surprised it was even a PG-13. Knowing,
I mean, it's a teenage kid gets to be an adult randomly, so
yeah. So there's going to be some adult jokes because of like
that situation.
Hey, yeah. All right, next one is a thriller horror.
Oh, only 2.
Yeah, I know. Dr. Lewis Creed and his wife, Rachel, relocate to Boston, from Boston to rural Maine with their 2 young children. The couple soon discover a mysterious burial ground hidden deep in the woods near their new home. Starring Jason Clarke, Amy Seimetz, John Lithgow, and Jake Lawrence. Pet Cemetery, the remake.
Yeah, I never saw the original.
The original is so good. The original is such a good movie.
Because
That classic scene where Herman Munson gets his ACL tendons cut with a scalpel by the kid. Oh, and then right here, John Lithgow plays that character in this movie.
It's odd. I mean, I'll eventually watch it. I'm not going to theaters to watch it.
I'm going to watch it. It's not going to be in the theater, but I'm going to watch it.
Brad's a horror aficionado, but I mean, I have to see if they did Pet Cemetery justice at all.
This is one of those ones that the upgrades could help, but at the same time, it could hurt it.
You need that story to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, as a kid watching it messes with you, man.
I just loved it how that same kid was the boys have a penis, girls have a vagina from Kindergarten Cop.
Yes.
Yeah.
okay,
Kindergarten Cop, man.
I have seen that.
Kindergarten Cop. Anyway, next.
It's not a tumor.
Next is a drama history biopic. Civil rights activist Ann Atwater faces off against C.P. Ellis, exalted cyclops of the KKK, in 71 Durham, North Carolina, over the issue of school integration. Starring Sam Rockwell, Alyssa Marie Stillwell, Taraji Henson. Did I say that right? Okay. And Wes Bentley.
I love how he looks to the black guy.
No, because he has
I know.
He has said her name on the show.
I love her.
I know.
The best of enemies.
We've been over that before. I'm going to sound racist. I'm not interested in this at all.
I don't give a fuck about this.
I'm a huge Sam Rockwell fan, though. He is such a great actor. He is so good.
I don't disagree. I like Sam Rockwell as well. Like, that piqued my interest, but honestly, no, it's not one that I'm going to find myself going to watch. I mean, I know the history-ish, but I mean, I know this is a little more in-depth than that, but and I'm sure it's a biopic, so it's not 100% true. Of course, it's going to be
some embellished and some things left out.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Jesus Christ. An adventure, drama, horror, mystery, sci-fi.
Nope.
Good Lord. A father and his daughter struggle to survive in deep space where they live in isolation. That's it. Starring Robert Pattinson, Juliette Binoche, Andre Benjamin, and Mia Goth.
Andre Benjamin.
High Life.
I'd rather go see the one you said before this.
I didn't.
No. It sounds like it's going to be a 2-person like flashback type movie.
With like a third person that makes.
No.
This doesn't say. Yeah, this doesn't.
No.
It's one of those. I'll wait and see
reviews and
people
hear about it.
Because there's horror movie people that I associate with online, and I'll wait because they see every single one. So I'll wait to see what they think, and then I'll be like, oh, okay.
I don't give a fuck what they think.
Those ones I haven't heard of, I'm like, oh, what's that? And they're like, yeah, it's on Amazon Prime. Check it out. I'm like, oh, add to my list. I immediately add to my list.
I mean, I'm not a fan of much horror anymore because I don't... Like, I want to be scared like I was when I was a kid and watching horror.
That's why when there are movies that actually make me go, oh, that's why I like them so much.
And I just don't get that much anymore because I predict it and
Well, horror movies have always been predictable for the most part.
And that's the thing. It's
Which is why Saw was the one that blew everybody out of
it's
the water
honestly
over the last 20 years.
the score to the movie that helps with those jump scares and stuff like that.
where you get that tense music and then bloop.
Well, sometimes
Sometimes the music makes you jump.
they have to do it and not make you jump. Like they have to play that music and not follow it with a jump
Yeah.
scare, in order to help the viewer lull into a sense of security.
Alright, so there are. Oh God, I can't tell you how many more movies that are here, but there's nothing that's.
Of interest.
Yeah, the only one I've heard of is Teen Spirit. That's the only one I heard of because I saw it a while ago. It's a variation of the Cinderella story, but set in like the backdrop of the grunge era. And
Yeah, I was
stuff
gonna
like
say.
that. Yeah. So, anyway, well, we're not gonna go through those ones because literally, if there's 7 other movies.
All that are hard no's from all three of us without even looking at it.
Probably.
Yeah. None of them were horror, so. So let's go to the box office and then we're done. So,
We're going to the box.
yes, we're sticking it in the box. So, last week, number 1, 46 million. Its first weekend out. We didn't get to talk about this. Dumbo.
Dumbo. Which
Dumbo.
underperformed, I thought.
Tim Burton.
46 million.
I'm a huge fan of Tim Burton.
I like Tim Burton.
So,
And actually, I might go see this in the theaters.
Really?
bring a little bit.
That'd be the only way if she.
I was gonna say, yeah, if it was like that, yeah.
I can see it coming like later down the line. I'm looking forward to more of the Aladdin remake and the Lion King remake.
I'm definitely.
I'm catching both those.
Definitely.
Here, I don't have to carry that.
Yeah, I'm catching both those in theater because
Catching bows?
Totem bows.
I mean, it's Disney.
I'm more excited for Lion King than I am Aladdin.
Oh, I'm so excited for the Lion King.
I'm
just happy that James Earl Jones is still.
yes.
Did you see the cast is kind of amazing?
So was the original
Gambino,
Lion King though too though.
Beyonce, Seth Rogen.
I was gonna say the original Lion King had a phenomenal cast as well though.
I hope the soundtrack is still pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's going to just be remade with new artists.
A little
So
more,
Circle of Life and all that.
modern touch to it.
I think you
As
can't.
long as they don't butcher it and
Can't
put
touch
like too much of a spin on
you
it.
Yeah.
can't touch it. Take away from it.
But
really
It's the circle.
I'm happy Aladdin.
And Disney will fuck us.
Listen,
I'm happy
They will
Aladdin.
missile this house. Microphone.
Microphone
my
down.
job, my job, bitch.
I thought you were gonna say Mike Jones for a minute.
My job.
But no, Aladdin's gonna be more musical than the other remakes they've done. already.
You're on the knob.
So,
There you go. All right.
and Aladdin was a very musical movie as it was, but I like the story of Aladdin. And Will Smith isn't a blue genie the whole entire movie.
No, it's just
Just little
yeah.
bit he's blue, and then the rest of it he's regular Will Smith.
He
Yes,
is
Teddy,
Is he really?
you live right here. I mean, he looks.
Yeah. Next, in its second weekend out, it's made 127.8 total. It's made 33.2 this last weekend. Us.
I am going to see this.
I'm gonna watch it not in the theater, but I'm gonna watch
This
it.
is the.
Jordan Peele.
Peele.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, Twilight Zone comes on tonight.
Oh yeah, it does, doesn't it? April
Wait,
1st.
is it on TV
April
or
1st.
is it on just the streaming service?
CBS streaming.
I have CBS streaming.
I do not.
Me neither. But you can get a free trial.
2 weeks.
7 days.
It was
Wow.
2 weeks. When I got it, it was 2 weeks.
Oh, you kept it?
Yeah, because I don't have cable. It's the only way I'm watching sports.
Gotcha.
All March Madness, that's what I had to watch. So if the game I wanted to watch wasn't on there, I was going, Brad, update me.
He was. He really was. He really was. What kind of? I see this. I get a score update. What happened? What's going on?
And-
What's the? How are they looking?
And that's
Why?
the thing is I'd get my UNC update and I'd be like, oh shit.
Gotta go.
Yeah. Third weekend out, it's made 354 million, 20.7 overall. Fourth weekend, Captain Marvel.
Seen it.
And its fourth week, in its first week out, we didn't talk about this one. I don't know what this is. 6.4 million, unplanned. I'll have to look that up when we're done.
Unplanned?
Yeah. I don't know that movie.
Unplanned Parenthood?
In its third weekend out, it's made 35.8. It's 6.2 total. The movie that Abrielle wants to see terribly. 5 Feet Apart.
I heard what you're saying.
Yeah, I heard about it.
It's a love story.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It's a love story.
Yeah, they both have like
It's the cliche love story that's been repeated over and over again.
yeah they have diseases that they can't come in contact with each other, so they have to stay 5 feet apart because of the germs, and they're attached to like breathing shit. So
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
It's got the kid. It's got one of the Sprouse twins.
Sprouse.
Yeah, the one that's in Riverdale. She fawns over them. She fawns over, but I wipe my own ass. Same kid.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, possibly it could be the same one. It could have been the other one.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Yeah, it's one of the two.
You weren't there.
50-50 shot. In its third weekend out, it's $5 million it made. It's made 38 total. The animated movie Wonder Park. Wonder Park.
Wow. Tenacious D sighting.
Yes. In its sixth weekend out, it's made 153.1. It made 4.4 this past weekend. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. You saw
Seen
that,
it.
right? Yeah. In its second weekend out, it's made 3.3 overall, 3.2 total because it was in limited theaters the week before. Hotel Mumbai.
That's a horror movie, right?
That's an action type movie. In ninth place, in its fifth week out, it's made $70 million total, 2.7 this past weekend. A Medea Family Funeral.
Stop it, Tyler Perry! Stop it!
He said this is the last movie.
Good!
Hey, we fucking still making
I know.
$100 million a movie.
Hey,
Still $70 million on this one, yeah. So by the time it's done, 75 because it's probably less theaters, but still.
He gonna milk that bitch till it gets 100. She gonna be in theaters.
Well, it's going to make a lot of money the first couple of weeks on DVD.
This shit gonna be making money next year when we do this exact same movie, like in theaters for our 75th week.
Somehow it shows back up.
in 7 theaters.
It made $18 last week.
It's February of all months. I don't know why that would be. And then in 10th place in its first weekend out, I remember seeing something about this a long time ago. I can't remember exactly, but I saw the trailer for it. It's called The Beach Bum. It made $1.8 million.
Yeah, I've seen the trailers for it.
Beach bum?
Yeah.
And it's like,
Is it about beach butts and how they get all sandy?
No. Jesus
you're
Christ.
fired.
Alright, so the movies that are out right now.
Yeah, it was horrible.
The one that's in the most
No,
theaters
was it?
is Dumbo's in the most theaters. It's in 42.59, followed by Captain Marvel, Us, Wonder Park. That Unplanned movie is only in 1,059 theaters.
I don't even know what the fuck it is. I gotta look it up, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up too.
Keep going. I'll look it up.
I got a fart.
How to Train Your Dragon still in 2,700. My God,
It's a drama.
that little scooter just drove by and died. Hotel Mumbai is only at 924. Tyler Perry's is still in 1923. The Beach Bums in 1100. That No Manches Frida 2 is in 423. That has made $8 million now. We kind of mocked that when I read it because I couldn't read it. A movie called Gloria Bell is in 12th. It's in 1,127 theaters. All right, so movies that have been around a while. Alita Battle Angel still in 676. Lego Movies in 801. The Upsides in 456. Green Book still in 447. Fighting with My Family still in 503. Isn't It Romantic still in 460. What Men Want is still in 309. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse still in 218 theaters. Aquaman still in 214 theaters. There's a movie called Los Dominicanos 2 is in 34 theaters. Glass is still in 157. Wow. Happy Death Day to You is still in 174 theaters. Holy shit. Bohemian Rhapsody still in 101. Jesus Christ. Ralph Breaks the Internet is still in 92. Escape Room still in 68. Mary Poppins, that's been out for a couple weeks on DVD, right?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
It's an 84. Greta's in 77. Stars Born still in 55. The 20th anniversary release of Cruel Intentions.
Nice.
Yeah.
12 theaters.
It's in 20 years. It's in 104 theaters. 104. It made $435,000 total. What the hell is that? if Beale Street could talk still in 18, Vice still in 17, The Kid Would Be King. They're still trying to make any kind of money they can off of that movie. That's in 25 theaters. That made over the weekend about $6,000.
I think $6,000.
So would I. And that's about it, right there. So that's it for tonight, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We got to cut off right now because it's 8 o'clock. So tune in next week, 6:15. We'll be back talking more sports. We'll do a lot more baseball next week because we didn't get to do our preview like we normally do. So that'll be it for this week.
The base of ball.
Balls of base.
You're listening here, Spreaker.com/show/NauticalPodcast. Find us on Facebook, Facebook.com/NauticalPodcast. Please find us on Twitter, @NauticalPod. On Instagram, @NauticalPodcast. Subscribe to our Twitter page, or our YouTube page. The name of the channel is Not a Clue, all one word for the first, and then podcast for the second. That's it for there. So on behalf of Not a Clue Podcast, my name is Brad.
I'm not.
And I'm Keith.
That's the intern,
Kenneth! Black House Matter, Wakanda Forever.
Have a good one, everybody.